All right, so now we have green enemy and red enemy, but they're still pretty easy. So let's create another one that's a bit harder. So we're gonna clone this again. And this time, well, we'll pick, I guess, yellow or something like that. And, all right, yellow enemy. And again, let's put that here, and the one here, see right here. All right, something very important. When you put something in, make sure you're in the right layer. You see, I put the yellow one on the HUD layer, which is wrong. It needs to be the main layer. So probably did the same thing with the red one. Yes, I did. So very important, when you put something in, make sure it's on the right layer. Otherwise, you're gonna have some very, very weird issues. In my case, with the yellow being on the HUD here, it would have no parallax effect, just like the text. Meaning if I try to go closer to it, it would remain the same distance, which is not what we want. All right, so let's rename it to enemy yellow. Okay, so what we want from this, we want it to basically go toward us. Instead of going left like the others, we want it to go toward us. So it's going to be much more threatening. So if we go to event, again, we're going to find a way to make it easier for us later. But right now, we're just going to say, actually, we don't want it to be uncreated. I was about to do uncreated, set the angle. But that would mean it will only set the angle once. We want it to set the angle toward us every tick, meaning every single moment is going to try to go toward us. So every tick, we want the enemy and want to set the angle toward a position. So I don't know if you remember how to do this, but the X and the Y is the position for the coordinates, right? And we don't want to set a specific coordinate. We want to set a coordinate that's going to change through time, because if we move, then the coordinate moves. We want it to go towards the player. So the player is our SPR hero. So if we type SPR hero here, and then we press dot, we can see here everything about it, about the hero, all the variable he has. And amongst them, there's the X. So this means the X of the hero. And this, if we do the same thing here, Y, this means the Y of the hero. So that means every tick, the enemy would set his angle toward the X and the Y of the hero. So basically, he's going to move toward the hero every tick. So if we try that, you can see that is moving very fast, and I'm trying to evade it, and it's just too fast. That might be too hard actually. So let's make it a bit slower. So maybe 100. So that now he's going toward me, but I'm faster. So I can try to like squeeze and evade it, right? So it's still pretty hard, but at least I can distance it and then shoot it. So this is a good monster. I think a good enemy. But we don't, like, right now we have 3 different enemies, and we don't want to code everything, because right now if I hit it, nothing will happen. If it hits me, nothing will happen, because we didn't code that. We only coded his movement. So we're gonna see in the next video a faster way to do it when we have multiple enemies that are pretty much exactly the same, with a few differences. So we'll see that in the next video.